Good morning. We are in a new country today, Guatemala. We're here in Guatemala City. We just got here. I have a feeling we're in for a good ride. First, let's get some food. I am starving, and let's start this day. All right, guys, so we have a delicious desayuno here in Guatemala City. This is a typical dish you'll find. It's called a doblada. So it almost kind of looks like an empanada. This one's stuffed with, I think it's cheese and chicken. We're gonna give it a little bite, see how it is. I'm gonna dip it actually in this as well. They have water in a bag for some reason here in a little convenience store. I've never seen that before. One interesting thing about here in Guatemala is that they don't only speak Spanish, they also speak their local indigenous tongue. So you'd be walking down the street and you'll hear languages that you don't even understand, which is super interesting for being in Latin America. You would think mostly just Spanish, right? But no, they speak different dialects of Mayan, and it's super interesting. I've never been in a place like this, so that's something very unique to observe.
Here in Guatemala City, I stopped by the Museo Ixchel, a museum dedicated to preserving and celebrating the rich textile traditions of the country's indigenous peoples. One of the highlights here is the huipil, a hand-woven blouse that carries centuries of history and meaning. Each huipil is more than just clothing. The colors, the patterns, and even the symbols woven into the fabric tell stories of identity, spirituality, and the community where it was made. In fact, you can often tell which village a woman comes from just by the design of her huipil. For generations, these textiles were woven on backstrap looms, a technique passed down from mother to daughter, creating living art that blends beauty with cultural memory. Walking through the museum, you get a glimpse of how clothing in Guatemala is not just fashion, it's heritage, resilience, and pride woven into every thread.
All right, we are in Lake Atitlán, and we are on our way to a place called Chichicastenango. We're trying to see the biggest market in Central America. We're on one of these little school buses right now, and we're gonna try to get there and see if we can make it. This is the first time I've been on a bus like this since middle school, maybe. Brings back memories. All right, we have made it to El Mercado Chichicastenango. So here in Guatemala, they will carry their children with like this little blanket on the back. It's super interesting to see.
Chabla, chabla. Mira cómo vas a preparar tu medicina. Chabla, chabla, chabla. Chabla, pues. Kawahka kinaha wit, kawahka tuzurik. Kiwahki kinaha wero, kiwahta. Kiwahki kinaha wero, nauchocho. Ya katkabe, katkache, katkache. Con diabetes, chabla, ¿para qué jodir?
Yeah, that's not Spanish. That's something else. Good morning from beautiful Antigua, Guatemala. Today, we're going to be hiking El Volcan de Fuego. It is upwards of 3,500 meters, I believe. It is an active volcano, so we are super stoked about that. We're getting ready. We're cruising to where the expedition is going to pick us up, and I cannot wait. I could barely sleep last night thinking about it. We're going to camp overnight on top of the mountain, viewing El Volcan. It's going to be really cool. These streets in the early morning are so beautiful. Nobody's on them. You can see the backdrop of the mountains. Really beautiful. All right, we have arrived and we are gonna begin soon. Curvy road starting, but we had a good time. All right, so we're just beginning. Found this little palito natural, and we're gonna hope it brings us all the way up. Aguantan vara. Uno, dos, tres, equipo. Eso. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Unos mexicanos chilangos aquí. Increíble. Eso. Starting to get a little bit more difficult. Sí se puede usted, ¿verdad? Fácil para usted. Muy bien. ¿Lo hace todos los días? Oh, wow. Usted es muy fuerte. Muy bien. Pero vale la pena subir, ¿verdad? Muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bonito. La tierra guatemalteca. Una maravilla. Eso sí. Mucha historia aquí. ¿Usted es guatemalteco? Oh, sí. Por suerte, ¿no? Qué bien.
Para todo.
Sí, madre.
Rowan, how's it going?
Good.
¿Está difícil?
Right now.
So we're pretty much straight incline right now, but thankfully our team has been super cool. We've been enjoying it, but we're about to get to a spot up here. It's a little bit more flat. You can start to see that view. Wow. Zach, ¿cómo vas?
Todo cool, todo cool.
¿Todo cool? ¿Qué opinas de hasta ahora?
Bien,
Caminata.
bien cansado, pero rico, ¿no?
Sí,
Cansado.
sí.
¿Tú qué tal?
Eso, muy bien.
Fallaste,
Chingón,
fallaste.
Chingón. Buen viaje. Gracias. ¿Cómo estuvo? ¿Bien? Qué bien, qué bien. Sí. I've got to say, we probably have like the most wild group at anybody going up. We like to get loud. So far, the hike has been probably out of 10, maybe like a 7.5 to 8. Pretty challenging. If you exercise a lot, you'll probably be fine, but honestly, if you don't do a lot of hiking, this is probably gonna be pretty hard. There's actually quite a bit of people here. A lot of people from other parts of Latin America, Europeans, few Americans, but there is a lot of people that are actually hiking this volcano today. ¿Y los vendedores aquí se quedan por días o se suben y bajan? ¿A poco? Ay, cada día.
Sí.
Ay, está cañón. All right, we have made it to the base camp. It was a struggle to get up here, but we made it. I think we're about 11,000 feet up, which is, I think, somewhere around like 3,500 meters. Let's go check out where we're staying tonight and see the crew. Let's check it out. This is where we're staying tonight. Got all the amigos here. Digan hola. A ver. Hola. We're gonna be about 500 meters from the volcano. Hopefully we'll be able to see some lava. We'll see, but it is pretty nubloso, we would say in Spanish, cloudy. Hopefully we'll be able to see it today. We'll see. So we're gonna climb up this mountain and hopefully get a good view of El Volcán. This might be the hardest part of the hike, but the view is well worth it, guys. Well worth it. We are literally in the clouds right now. This part has been pretty difficult. Can't see anything. Hopefully we'll be able to see El Volcán. Que se vayan las nubes. Váyanse. We made it to the top. My God, it's windy. It is super windy. Hopefully we'll be able to see something, but man, this is crazy. Got the seeds here. So this lady was telling me that they came from Colombia and they're doing an indigenous dance here in honor of the volcán. And And the señor has a harmonica as well. Got a shrub here, life-saving. There's a dog all the way on the top. We're probably almost 3,900 meters up. And there's a little perrito aquí. Qué bonito, mira. Oh. Oh. Qué fuerte. We made it. We are literally in the clouds right now. It was a pretty difficult climb. We had to wake up at 3 a.m. Yesterday, unfortunately, we were not able to see any lava. It was too overcast and cloudy, but today we've got a view. And there's a little bit of lava coming out. Hopefully we get a little bit more, but this view is just incredible. Look at those clouds. Oh my gosh. Like I was saying earlier, the hike up here was a mission. It was pretty difficult. We're like 4,000 meters up right now. We got a little bit of smoke, a little bit of some lava in the volcan, but not a whole lot. But I'm super happy to be up here and seeing it. Incredible. Some of the most beautiful views I've ever seen. And this is the crater here. So we literally we're on top of a crater. We have an active volcano over there. And we have another volcano over there. Wow. Guatemala's nature is very underrated. We're getting a little bit of smoke. I hope we get some lava here. All the way at the very top, we got this dog here. And this guy must be really strong to be up here all the time. He is so cute though. Look at that.
Very stinky.
After the hike, that is what your feet are gonna look like. And here's mine. Lovely, right? All right, welcome back to Antigua. We finished the hike. I am super dead. I want to show you guys before I crash for the night where we are staying. So we're in a capsule hostel, which is super cool. And we have these two capsules for the night. So we've got one for my wife, one for me. They've got this kind of modern, sleek look to them. These were pretty affordable too. It was 25 bucks a night for these two capsules, plus our own little enclosed space. You can rent other capsules as well. We actually rented one the other night before going up to the volcano. It was like 15 bucks a night for those, but better dealers to get this whole room. I want to show you guys inside what it looks like. So this is the capsule here. And I want to do a little bed check here. So it's got a little mirror. It's got like a ventilating fan. It's got different lights in here as well. So when you need it, like when you need to go to sleep, you just press that. Turn that back on though. But let's check out the beds and see how it is here. So close that. And pretty good, pretty nice mattress. My feet fit pretty good. It's got fans in here. Let me see if I can turn on any other lights here. Oh, ceiling light, there we go. So it kind of has that feeling of a little bit claustrophobic, but it doesn't really bother me that much. For some of you guys, maybe if you're claustrophobic, you probably don't want to stay in one of these, but to me, for the price, you can't really beat it. I'm gonna get some much needed rest now, but maybe we'll stroll the city later and see what we find, but for now, I'm gonna tap out, so peace. Welcome to the Cathedral of Antigua, here in Antigua, Guatemala. This original cathedral was built in 1545, destroyed by earthquakes in the late 1600s, built again, which is the current structure we see in 1680. Eventually completely destroyed in 1773 when the new capital, Guatemala City, was moved. So all of these circles here were actually domes of this church. So it had various domes, all of which were broken and destroyed during the earthquakes. And that's why there are circular sky units all around. Oh, wow. Wow. That is incredible. That must be 400 or 500 years old right there. This is definitely one of the more peculiar churches that I've been to, with so many domes on top, all open air. Very interesting, definitely different than what I've seen throughout Latin America and really anywhere in the world. So during the time period in which this church was open, they would take the bodies of the unwanted, not just here in this church, but all over Latin America where churches were spread throughout Nueva España and other parts. They would take the bodies of the unwanted that were usually diseased, stuff like that, and they would burn them and they'd put them here in these crematoriums. This is an original tablet that was found down below. It has Spanish that was written during that time period. Very interesting.
Guatemala, a land of colors, spirit, and timeless beauty. My journey here may be ending, but the memories will stay long after the road fades. Until the next adventure, thanks for watching.